you describe him to someone who never met him?
So John, first thing would be fun and funny, and I suspect anyone who you ask about John would say that. He was very, very funny, very, very funny. He was the kind of guy who, if he turned up, you knew it was going to be a good night or a good day. He was absurd. His sense of humour was completely different. I mean, it was just bonkers. He was very unique. There was never anyone, I'd never met anyone quite like John.
How would you describe him to someone who's never met him?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Fun, lively, intelligent, unique, a character, absolute character, one of a kind, warm, intelligent, brilliant, really interesting perspective on things, always had an interesting point of view, never took things seriously. On the surface, deep down you could tell there was a lot going on underneath, but always great fun to be around, always like so full of energy and like sparkling excitement.
How did his loss affect you?
I mean, badly, I would say. First of all, like, you know, when you just hear something that you just can't believe. I was very shocked. I couldn't believe it. I was very saddened. I was very unhappy, and that's stayed. I mean, I talked with Tim and other people. Whenever I speak to people like Tim and people from our old crowd who used to knock about with John, we all miss him. And in actual fact, John kind of was the glue a little bit that kept that crowd sort of together a little bit. We still get together about once a year, but not as often, I think, as we used to, and I think that's a big part of that is because John isn't here. So I miss him a lot. I was shocked. By the way, also I would say that out of everyone I know, like if you'd asked me to rank every friend I have and say, how likely is it that this person would do what John did? He would literally be the last person on the list that I would have thought would do what he did. The last person.
How did his loss affect you?
Wow. Why was the question. It didn't take long for me to move to selfish thoughts and like, oh no, I've just lost a really good mate. Thinking about the good times we've had, but more thinking about the good times we're not going to have now. Like, I'd only known him 15 years, but we had, you know, the rest of our lives together. The rest of my life with him in my life, and now that had been taken away from me to some extent, and I was just really gutted, and it was just like, disbelief, felt bad for those that he'd left behind, who he would meant a lot more to than me, but he meant a lot to me as well. So I was gutted for myself as much as the others, even though me losing him was not as much as it would mean for others.
I would tell him that I missed him. I feel very awkward saying this, but I would tell him that I loved him, because I don't love very many people, but I did love John. Have a laugh, you know, and just say, put it on hold, John, you know, just sleep on it, you know, and you'll work it out, we'll work it out, you know. He was very loved. You saw that at his funeral, you know. I never saw the coffin. That's how loved he was. I couldn't get into the blinking church. He was that loved.
I love you, bro. Miss you. Talk to people. No matter what's going on, it's probably a short-term problem. Don't make any long-term decisions that can't be reversed.
What led you to get involved within the work you do?
I lost, unfortunately, I'm 47 I think, and my sort of generation, we all know someone that's taken their life, which is bad enough, but over a 6 weeks period I lost 4 people that I knew to taking their lives, so I wanted to do something in the community to make a difference and try and help people. So I set Mates up as a way of trying to do that.
For myself personally, I actually had a bit of a mental health crisis about 7-8 years ago now. I found out about the Mates online community a week before I posted actually onto the page itself looking for help. It's been a bad place in my life due to lots of different reasons, some ill health from my family, etc. Had a moment, reached out. Dave was there within 10 minutes to help me, support me, and take me on my mental health journey.
Write down everything, and in the nicest possible way. We've all had those emails at work from people or school, whatever, where you get this email and you think, oh really, you know, you've written that, how dare you, know, and or text, you know, and you straight away you go to reply and you really let it out, and then you think, if I text this, that's like throwing a hand grenade. I'm going to cause a lot more problems, but I've got it out of my system now. I've written it down. Writing things down, writing lists, writing how you feel is so powerful. But just the most important thing, talking, writing things down, get it out. Just get it out of your head the best way you can. Share it.
I'm known by a lot of people, and the fact that this so-called tough, tattooed guy that took part in 3 charity boxing matches was able to open up, cry to a complete stranger, and start this journey of better mental health. The fact that people can come to me and see that I can do it, so they can do it as well. It's just this amazing feeling that without actually doing anything. Dave does all the work for Mates. I'm just this person that's pretty well known. Knowing that I was brave enough to be able to do it myself, lots of other people can then take something from that and start their own journey themselves.
Being cured of mental ill health is not necessarily the outcome. It might be that you live with mental ill health, but you manage it, and that's the important thing, managing it, getting a quality of life back. Don't aim too high, don't think, you know, I need to be this person, I need to be that. You just need to be better, a bit better every day. Recognise when you need a bit of help and when you need a bit of positivity, and be able to get back a quality of life that you deserve.
Seeing that there, speaking to a member of staff, trying to find out more about the Mates community, and just be able to refer someone to it, to tell them to join the Facebook page, to give us a follow, attend a mental health walk, reach out to Dave or the many ambassadors. If one person sees that and does something about it, then for me, from a pub point of view, that's success.